Good morning and welcome back to Darwin. Today we're going for a ride down to Lichfield National Park and may even have a swim at Wangi Falls. So we're just making our way through the outer suburbs on the Stuart Highway. Just going through Berrima, Palmerston, and then we'll go through Coolangatta. So this is the Stuart Highway, which runs all the way down to Adelaide. So we've got a glorious morning. It's about 28 degrees. It's quite cool with the air coming through my jacket. So if you've got a spare few hours, Lichfield National Park is only about an hour and a half out of Darwin. So we're going to go down the highway and then we'll turn right into the Bachelor turn-off. Just got the Noonamar truck stop, which has a pretty good pub, and they hold the Noonamar Rodeo here on occasion. Some road trains on the right there, some doubles and triples, fairly common in this part of the world. A lot of roadworks going on around the place. We had a massive wet season just gone, so there was quite a bit of damage, but they're doing a great job on the repairs, patching potholes where they can, or just redoing entire sections. Just coming up to the Bachelor turn-off. A lot of caravans around this time of year. So yeah, just a bit of an advertising hut there that you see. Otherwise not a great deal of signage actually. So it's only a short distance to the small township of Bachelor. Looks like they've had a couple of the bushfires through here already. There's quite a bit of long grass about. Just coming up to this railway crossing. This goes from Adelaide to Darwin, and this is where you will travel if you take a trip on the Garn. It's also a lot of freight comes this way. Creeks still have water in them, nice and green, quite a few bushes there. Alright, Bachelor Solar Farms. Keeps getting bigger every time I come down here. So I think it supplies to local businesses and homes. Not sure why we don't have a lot more of these up here. So we've got plenty of sunshine. As you can see, there's quite a bit further back from the road. Okay, just heading into the small township of Bachelor. This is a little stopover or gateway to Lichfield National Park. And we have the Bachelor Institute of Technology down here. A lot of Indigenous students will come in from communities to further their studies down here. Otherwise, just a nice, really green, peaceful little town site. A couple of little stores and some accommodation around the place. if you want to stay nearby Lichfield National Park without the camping experience, you can do that here in the town, because we're probably only about 30 minutes from Lichfield National Park. Okay, a few bikes getting around. But yeah, four-wheel drives and caravans seem to be everywhere at the moment. Okay, there should be a little spot up here that we like to stop just for a quick drink break. Okay, this is Carlston's Castle, which is a replica of a castle in Europe. You can look that up if you're a bit more interested. But it's been here as long as I can remember. It seems to be holding up in the elements. Alright, so there's the sign. We are into Litchfield National Park now. So lightly wooded area, quite a bit of grass. You do need to be a little bit careful. There can be wallabies and there can be cattle wandering around in various places. Apart from that, it's a really nice drive and ride. A lot of twisties, a lot of dips as we go through the hills here. A lot of fun on the motorcycle. But you just need to be a little bit careful. If you're busy looking at all the scenery, some of these corners can catch you out. Okay, we've got magnetic and cathedral termite mounds in this area. Now this one, with all the rain and whatnot, used to be say over 2 meters tall on last visit, but it looks like quite a bit has broken off. And they just call this type a cathedral mound, but they're everywhere out here. Great rock formations on the side of the road there. And a lot of various turn-offs you can go to explore some hidden areas. Just make sure you got the right type of vehicle and well prepared. You don't want to get bogged or stranded out there. Okay, on the left, these guys are turning into Tolma Falls, which is always quite nice to see. I've seen it many times. Same with Florence and Bewley rock holes. But today we're going to try and get ahead of the tourist buses and the crowds. Go straight to Wangi, have a nice swim in there. It's not school holidays at the moment, so I'm hoping it'll be a little bit quieter than it was a week or so ago. Absolutely glorious day. It's normally a little bit hotter down this area, but not today. It's really quite nice, sitting under 30 degrees, cool breeze. Yeah, the roads are in pretty good condition in this area. NT government tends to look after Lichfield National Park. That's why there's pretty good facilities down this area. Well maintained. Alright, so this is a turn off into Wangi, or as some people will say, Wangi, whichever one you prefer. Now it's quite close to the main road here. Little helipad on your left there. If you want to go on a helicopter tour. So you can just see the top of the main fall. There are two waterfalls. I think you can just see the top of the main fall there. Yep, a lot of cars here for a quiet Wednesday. But it is right in the middle of the tourist season, so. Alright, so let's take a walk up to the swimming area. Now this was closed, of course, in the wet season. It just flows too fast. The water levels do get too high, and it has destroyed the viewing platform. And I think the walk up to the top, really nice. You can swim up to that waterfall. Many people there with their noodles and floaties. I did go for a swim in here. I forgot to bring my waterproof container for my camera. But yeah, I went for a nice swim out there. Beautiful cool water. Perfectly clean, of course. And they do the sweep of the area. There used to be a freshwater crocodile on the left here, just in the scrubby corner of the main pool. But I think they removed him due to safety concerns. Some people get a little bit worried about the freshies. Alright, so I had a nice swim, had some lunch. Time to head back to the city now. Being the Lichfield Loop, we will go around the back way towards Berry Springs. This used to be a dirt road not so many years ago. It's all paved now. And the NT government spent quite a bit of money upgrading the road. So same in this area. Keep an eye out for wallabies, certainly later in the afternoon. But yeah, really enjoyable ride. And you may get the odd bushfire out here as well. Some people do live out in these areas, have little tourist camps, somewhere where you can park your caravan. Alright, it's getting a little bit smoky in this area, as you can see by the burnt scrubby shrubs and the long grass. Actually, it looks like a little fire just here. I can see flames. And they will normally let this just burn through unless there is housings or buildings that might be in danger. A little bit of greenery amongst all of those burnt trees. So tourism industry in the Northern Territory was a little bit worried with the price of fuel, particularly diesel, skyrocketing right about when tourist season should be starting off, that we wouldn't get people driving up here. But things seem to have stabilised over the last month or so, and people have come here in droves. I know it's very cold down in the southern states right now. May have prompted them to fuel up and head north, and we do thank the people for doing that. So we have about 6 months of this kind of weather, so it's fantastic. You can get out and enjoy the place. Alrighty, so that was a really fun ride. I think it's about 80 k's or so from Wangi to this road, which will take us into Berry Springs. Just ripping up entire sections here. I came through this area about 6 weeks ago on a ride down to Dundee Beach, and yeah, it was in pretty bad condition. You had to be very careful. They do try and signpost the bad spots, but just need to be a little bit careful, slow down a bit. Okay, so this is the Berry Springs town, very small, great pub, servo, school. A lot of people like to live around this area. It's very peaceful, and of course you can have your bigger block of land. So thank you very much for coming along on the ride with me today, and we shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.